instructor, and he is going to be our lunch speaker today.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. I thought, if it's okay with you, I'd like to start my presentation with some good news. That be okay? All right. The odds of anybody in this room accidentally drowning this year are 1,000 to 1. I just thought you'd like to know that. So the good news is you can keep on taking those long hot bubble baths. The odds of a man contracting breast cancer are also about 1,000 to 1. It's a rare occasion, but I'd take it over drowning any day. I mean, there we were in this vast sea of unknowns, treading water, desperately looking for the shoreline. We're here today because we started kicking our feet and we started taking one unstoppable stroke after another. Okay, in my case it was the breaststroke. But we made it. We made it back to land. We made it back to life. Yeah. And it feels good, doesn't it? It probably won't surprise any of you to know that a lot of the mountain ranges around the world were named after the human breast. Did you realize that? I mean, if you think about it, they resemble breasts in their shape. And breasts, female breasts anyway, have always been the symbol of fertility and well-being throughout history. And it's probably not going to surprise you too much either to know that a lot of these mountain ranges were named by lonely men. Yeah, seriously. Anybody been to the Grand Teton Range in Wyoming? Awesome place. You know what Grand Teton means, of course. Well, it's said that those were named by French trappers who spent many, many long years in the cold wilderness thinking about men. And I suspect that's probably very true. Right now, it's showtime. So I have a question for you. Would you like to see some magic? All right. It's an old newspaper. Yeah, I need a few hands clapping here. Okay, I know you're eating. You can use your fork. It's fine. Watch carefully. Wow, this is getting interesting. All right. You got it. Let's see if we can put this all back together. This doesn't always work, but I'm going to give it my best shot here. We're fusing it back together with a little bit of magic. I'll need some of that. I'll need some of that. A little bit of that. There we go. Thanks very much. Woo! That was so good. I think I'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Thank you. Now, you have to remember, I was born on a Thursday morning at 5:29 a.m., June 29th, 1950. Oh, sorry, Mom, it was a long night, I know. You know. But the voice of authority back then in the 50s was a guy by the name of Dr. Benjamin Spock. Anybody heard of him? Yeah. Yeah, not to be mistaken with Mr. Spock of Star Trek. Yeah. Okay, so I don't remember him. Well, I mean, I remember his name. But I'll tell you one thing, even though I never met him, being a baby and all that, I would like to get my hands on that guy. Well, I'd like to have a few words with him after all. It was he who convinced my mom and millions of other mothers like her that I was born too fat, and therefore I should never be drinking a drop of mother's milk. Well, yeah, I know. My wife has this theory that this might have contributed in some way to some of the neurotic tendencies I have, but that's a whole other story in another show. But the fact is, to this day, I can't pass by a statue of Venus de Milo without feeling like I'm missing something in my life. And I'm not talking about arms either. So do me a favor, everybody hold your hands up really high and wiggle them. This is like very nice air conditioning for me up here, thank you. We're getting the blood circulating, which is good. Okay, now here's the best part. Do as I do, and you'll be amazed at some magic we can do together. Just gently turn your hands straight up and wiggle your two thumbs like that. How many of you are with me on this? I didn't think so. It's all right. It never works for you guys. Nice try, nice try. Even though I was never breastfed, I did a little bit of research, and I do want to share this with you. I was able to pull up some signs that your child is too old to be breastfed. I thought this was interesting. Now, I don't know if any of you have any of these issues or had them, but a sure sign that your child is too old to be breastfed is, well, if he can open your blouse by himself. That's a warning sign. He's too old to be breastfed. Yeah, I read that on the internet, by the way. Oh, I got one. Your birth control pills interfere with his acne medicine. Definite sign. He's too old to be breastfed. Oh, how about this? After each feeding, he has a smoke. Definitely too old to be breastfed. All right, that's enough of that. I have one more. Beard abrasions on your areola. Yeah. Get that guy out of there, find him a body. And just remembering these few simple tips allows each and every one of us to fully reflect that unending amazingness that we all carry inside. Thank you very, very much to you. All right. I can't call myself a magician if I don't do at least one card trick. Would that be okay for you? All right. How many of you would like to see a really big card trick? Well, it's got to be at least half the room, or I can't possibly do it. Okay, the biggest card, the Grumpy King, was a happy queen. Grumpy King was happy queen, up in the air. This doesn't do a bit of good, but it's good exercise. Wait a minute, you guys did an amazing thing. She did in fact jump back into the deck and joined the two brothers. What do you think of that? Well, every good card trick should have a moral to the story, I always think. This one has one. It's a simple story, and the moral is simple. It goes like this. Even though those two brothers were kind of grumpy and kind of slow to catch on, they realized that our health and well-being relies on laughter and humor at any cost. And in the end, they were not only one big happy family, they were three of a kind, all laughing together with big hearts. And there you have it. Very good. Now, I didn't mention this is a magic show, which means I probably should have three of them here. You seem disappointed. I should have six over here. All right, I'll give you one more chance at this. Think carefully before you answer. How many dots on the back side of this card? If you didn't say 8, have your eyes checked immediately. Thank you. Okay, as promised, I want to close with a song. I mentioned earlier, I wrote this as I was recovering from my mistake. So, what good is a rest as they tug at your calves, unbearably dangling for years? They're squeezed and compressed by the thousands of dollars of terribly ill-fitting little ears. You're constantly stressed by them dropping or flopping, forever shopping at Sears. So puff up that chest, we're a group that's been blessed. We don't need a damn breast to feel free. It's the last time I swear that I'll speak of this pair. But what good's a breast to you and me? And one thing's made clear by the fact we're still here, as we count every year that arrives. This could be the best year, the biggest no breast year of our lives. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. You guys have been terrific. Thanks for being here with me. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll see you around. Bye-bye.